Hi everyone, in this video we're going to see how can you make a .zip or .rar file opener with the help of Node.js. And with that app you can actually compress a normal folder as well. So let's create a folder. Let's name it like, let's make it zip maker. Okay, and let's open that folder on my code editor. So I'm using VS Code here. So first thing first, we have to initialize a node project, npm project. So for that, I'm opening my terminal here. So how to open the terminal? You can go to terminal, the new terminal. Okay, and just type npm init -y. So this y flag is I'm accepting all the default. Okay, so in the package.json, it's important that you actually give it some meaningful name. Like in my case, I'm giving it node.zip. So you will be using this node.zip name to actually access that app. So like this, node.zip, like this. Okay, so give it a meaningful name and create a index file, index.ts, not ts.js. So let's test everything is working or not. So if I print hello and write node index.js, you can see the hello is getting printed. So to make the zip file opener or to compress a file or folder, we need a library. We need a npm library that is called adm-zip. Okay, so let's install that library, like npm I or install, and the library name is adm-zip. Okay, so the library is getting installed. And how to use that library, actually that's pretty simple. What you have to do is, let's call it adm-zip and require that library. So this is the library, and this library is actually exposing a class named, you can name whatever you want. I'm naming it adm-zip, and let's instantiate this class. Like I can instantiate this class by new adm-zip. Okay, now let's first see how can you actually make a zip file for this, say this node module folder. So what you have to do is call a method called add local folder on this zip object and pass the path of your file, like, or folder. So in my case is node module /node module, and this dot is meaning wherever this script is running. Okay, so then you have to call a method called write zip, and inside that write zip you have to pass a file name, that zip file name as well. So we'll be calling that node module.zip, say. Okay, and if I run this script now, as you can see, we're getting this node module.zip. It's that simple to make a compressed version of a file or folder. So let's see how to actually unzip this. We want to unzip this node module.zip. So how to do that? When you are instantiating this class, what you have to do is you have to pass the zip files path. Okay, I'm passing this node module.zip, and what you have to do is call another method that is extract all to. Okay, and give it a path as well, like let's say node module extracted. Okay, node module extracted. And if I give it save and run this script again, as you can see, I'm getting this node module extracted. So this is the basic concept of making a zip file with the help of this library and extracting that zip file as well. And next step, we will be like showing you how can you actually take input from the user, like which file to extract, and give them some nicely formatted options inside the CLI command line interface. And also we'll be showing you like how to modify this package.json file and add a binary file. So like whenever you are just writing node.zip, it will be executing this script. Okay, I'll be showing you all of this. So now let's first delete these two folder, this node module extracted and node modules zip. So the first question we need to ask the user is either he or she wants to perform the extraction or the compressing action. Okay, so for doing that we need another library, another npm library that is called inquirer. Okay, so let's install this inquirer library, and if you want, you can actually read the documentation for this library as well. So if you go to npmjs.com and search for inquirer, So this is the library. So you can actually come here and take a look like how to use this library. Okay, so I'll be showing you the basic things. So let's require that library. So constant inquirer equal to require inquirer. So there is a method on this inquirer object that is called inquirer.prompt. Okay, so you have to pass an array, and inside that array there should be a name. It will make sense. Let me just write all the things. Let make it the choice, and message should be like what action do you want to perform it, and the choices would be like extract, and the second one is say compress. Okay, and the type is list, so we want to show a list to the user. Okay, and this inquirer.prompt method will always return a promise. So let's add a then block, and inside then block we are going to get some parameter, and just first let's console log this parameter. Let's see what we are getting. So we are calling a method in this inquirer object that is prompt, and inside that prompt we have to pass an array, and inside that array we have to pass an object, and inside that object we need to pass these options, right? So if I save everything and run this file, you can see it is questioning us like what action do you want to perform, and is giving this list extract and compress. So if I hit if I select compress and hit enter, then as you can see I'm getting this console log, and the parameter is also an object, and inside that object I am getting this choice as my name, and the value is this compress thing. So I can actually destructure this parameter, and I can get the choice from here and just console log the choice. Yeah, extract. Yeah, I'm getting the extracting thing. So in the next step we will be showing the user all the files and directory available in that folder. Like we are currently running this script in this zip maker folder, so we'll be showing all the files available, and obviously the folder also that is present in this zip maker folder, and we'll be asking the user like you want to perform this action on which file or directory. So how to do that? So we have a choice right now, and to get all the directory list there is a inbuilt library in Node.js that is called file system. You just have to require this fs module, and from this fs there's a nice function, let's call it contents. Okay, and there's a method in this fs library that is called read directory. Okay, this thing, and let's take it this read directory sync because we don't need any async process right now. And let's put this current directory. So we want to know all the contents that is inside this current directory. So let's console log this contents and see how it happens. So into extract, then we are getting an array of all the files. As you can see, I'm getting all the files. So after getting all the files, we want to prompt the user another question. So inquirer prompt, also let's pass an array, and inside that array right now the name would be like file name. What is the file name? And let's call it input file name. This can be a folder as well. So the message would be which file do you want to, now as you can see which file do you want to compress or extract. We have already the choice, so we can pass a template literal string here and like just pass the choice here. Okay, and this is the type is also here would be list, and the choices will be coming from this contents array. So if I give it a save and let's test everything. So if I hit extract, then which file do you want to extract? I'm getting all the files. And if I choose this compress thing, then which file do you want to compress? Okay, everything is working. So this inquirer.prompt will also return a promise. So let's have a then block, and inside that promise we will be having this input file name as an object. So destructuring that object. So we have everything that we need right now. Okay, so we can have like a logic like if the choice is say this extract, then we'll be calling a function called extract and pass the input file name, and let's make this extract function, and we'll be having a file name, and let's console log this file name or console log extracting file name. Also we'll be having a function called compress, and also we are receiving a parameter called file name, and we'll be compressing file name. Okay, so if the choice is extract, then we have to extract, or if the choice is say this compress thing, then we have to compress and also pass the input file name. Okay, so if I run that thing now, extract, and say we have to extract this node module, although this is not a zip file, but let's hit enter and say extracting node modules. Okay, let's test the compress thing. So if we want to compress these node modules, then compressing node modules. So right now we have to just write all the logics that will be handling the extracting and compressing thing. So let's handle that. We already know how to extract and compress with this adm-zip library. Let's first handle this extract thing. So we are having this file name. We're getting the file name with the extension, right? So like whenever someone is extracting the file, we'll be like getting the node module.zip or test.zip, hello.zip, this kind of file name, or .rar. So we want just the file name, not the extension. So there is another built-in library that is called path inside node module. We'll be using that library to get that. So inside the path library, there is a method called path.parse. Okay, so if I pass this file name, it will tell me like what is the directory, what is the base, what will be the extension, this kind of thing. So we just need this name thing. Okay, so we'll be extracting this name, and we'll be getting the file name without the extension, and the output file name will be, let's make an like this name, and then let's give it an underscore and say extracted. Okay, and same goes for here. So we'll be having the name of this file name, and after compressing, the output file name would be compressed, and also don't forget to put the zip, okay, the extension. So after compressing, we'll be just having an output file name, the existing file name, and then underscore compressed.zip. And after extracting, we'll be having the output file name is like the name and underscore the extract. This would be a normal folder. So let's now handle the extraction logic first. So to extract, what you have to do is instantiate this adm-zip class. So new adm-zip and pass the file name. So the file name would be this thing, / and the file name. Okay, and after getting the file name, we have to just extract all to, and the target file name will be this output file. So / this output file name. Okay, so this will handle our input logic. So to compress a file, you have to also instantiate the class, and we don't have to pass anything. And there's a method called zip.add local folder, and we have to just pass this file name as a local folder file name, and then zip.write zip, and we have to give this output file name. Okay, now everything is kind of done. So let's test the whole thing. We'll be compressing this node module folder first. So node index.js, here we'll be compressing. It will be asking like which file or folder you want to compress. We'll be compressing the node modules folder, and if I hit enter, as you can see, we're getting a compressed version of this node modules. Okay, and if we want to decompress this file, let's see if that is working or not. So node index.js, and we want to extract this file, and we want to extract this node module underscore compressed.zip. So if I hit enter, as you can see, I'm getting this node module underscore compressed underscore extracted. So everything is working properly. So this is the whole logic. Now we have to find out a way like how to just mention this node zip thing, and everything will be working inside any folder inside your computer. Okay, so to do that thing, what you have to do is you have to tell your computer that this is a node script, and whenever you come across this script, run with the node engine that is available in this computer. Okay, so if you are familiar with the bash script thing, then you know we have a hashbang that is called hashbang. Like for the bash script, we write hashbang say bin bash, so something like that. So we are not going to run this file with bash, we need some node environment. So just put this thing. So we are telling the computer that whenever you come across this file, run this file with node. And also in the package.json, we have to mention that there's a binary file, so that this would be our binary. Okay, so this file need to be run. So in the binary file, we have to mention that just run this index.js file. So by putting this binary here, we're telling the node engine that whenever someone is running this package, just run this .index.js file. And the final thing what you have to do is just run npm link inside that folder. So if you run this, then npm will make a global symlink that is called symlink with this modules, and inside your computer you can access this file, access this folder from anywhere. So let's test everything. So inside my desktop, I have a folder called images, and inside that images folder, I have an image. So let's open our terminal. So I'm using iTerm for Mac. So if you are a Windows user, you have to open your PowerShell and just cd into that desktop folder. Okay. So for me, it's desktop. And if I ls here, as you can see, we are having this directory called images. Okay. So now run this command. So the file name is the script name is node-zip, right? If I hit node-zip and enter, then what action do you want to perform? I want to extract. No, I want to compress first. So I want to compress this images folder. So if I hit enter, as you can see, I'm getting this images compressed. So let's test the decompress thing. So if I hit node-zip again, extract, say I want to extract the images.compressed.zip. So if I hit enter, I'm getting the extracted version, and this is the image. So everything is working properly. So this is the whole history of making the zip opener and extractor. So you don't have to use your pirated version of WinRAR anymore. You can use your own version to open your zip files. So if you like this video, then consider subscribing this channel. We will be having this kind of JavaScript related concept every week, and I will be seeing you in the next video. Thank you. Bye.